going on, guys? So the day has come to install the engine in the SC300. Hopefully you watched the last video, so that way you're pretty much updated what we have going on as far as internal wise and setup wise, as far as parts go for the SC300. It's a perfect day today. Had a little bit of rain the last couple of days, but we're good to go today. It's nice and clear out there. A little bit chilly, but it should warm up as the day go on. Not worried about that. So I am gonna install the engine today and the turbo manifold. I just was going over the turbo manifold, making sure nothing was cracked or anything like that. You know, the manifold wasn't compromised. We should be good to go. That is a Spa turbo manifold from the company Spa. It's a cool little manifold, but the only downfall of that is you have to get shorter bolts to install that. I do have a video down a couple videos back when I did like the installation on that and just showing you the difference between that and the eBay manifold as far as fitment wise go. So yeah, we can go ahead out here. I do have a car in the air already. Only thing we gotta do is uncover it and get to work, y'all. So I see y'all on the outside. Broke the mirror. Good to go. There we have it. Alright, so got everything out the garage, all set up. Alright, so manifold's bolted on. Now doing the flywheel, 4 feet lines in, just small stuff so I don't gotta be leaning all over in the engine bay putting stuff on. So do the flywheel, put the clutch on, and meet the transmission to it, and we can drop it in. So should be good to go on the set. So the AR5 studs, the AR5 bolts with Loctite is 75 pounds, and then put the breaker bar in front just to hold it. Alright, so there's 2 ways of doing this. I usually do mine this way. I feel like it's easier for me. But since this is for the AR5, you're going to need a GM 26 spline clutch kit alignment tool, because the regular R154 won't fit in this. So everything's tight. When you use the alignment tool, it should be able to just slide straight in and out once you tighten everything up. Still got to torque it all down, but it's good to go. This is just one way. The other way is just to sit the pressure plate and the friction disc actually on the splines of the trans and use the sight holes on the side of the trans to bolt all the bolts down. So that's why I do it this way, just because I don't feel like doing it this way. That way, this way is easy for me. So see, good to go. And then see, GM26 spline count. So torque these down, get the transmitted up. All right, guys, so the trans made it to the engine. We had a starter on, so now we could go ahead, hoist this engine up and install it into the car now. So I actually used the jack, the pull from the jack to move the engine hoist around. Just makes it real easier to move this thing around. Just all this weight, just crazy hard. But the jack pull actually helps out a lot. Just a little trick I learned over the years. All right, so this is like the master trick right here. If you don't have an engine leveler or two people, because I do it all the time by myself, only thing you have to do is really get the jack in place underneath for the transmission to where though it'll hoist it up just enough to where though when you start lowering the motor, it'll actually slide off of the jack and while the engine is being dropped into the car. So this is another little trick that I use all the time. It helps out a lot. Like if you don't have an engine leveler, it's almost impossible to get the engine and trans installed in the car at the same time without doing it this way. Almost impossible. All right, so at first I wasn't aiming for the engine mount holes to get the engine in place. I would just actually just getting the engine into the actual bed. Now right now what I'm doing is just pushing the engine as I lower it down, rocking it back and forth. So that way once the engine mounts get down to the holes where they belong, they usually just slide straight in. Usually. Sometimes you do gotta fight it, but we get it there. And I'm gotta jack it up because I overshot it some. All right, remember when I said it usually falls into place? This is one of those times when it really is not trying to cooperate. So you just go one side at a time. Just get one engine mount in one side, and then go around to the other side and work the other side in. This usually works. So just a little bit of pressure on it here and there. Drop the hoist down here and there. Just try to aim for it. You might miss it a couple of times, but you'll eventually get it in the hole. All right, guys, so there you have it. We had the passenger side engine mount in place, and we have the driver's side engine mount in place. So this is not too bad at all. That wasn't too bad. All right, guys, so motor's in. Still got to bolt the motor mounts in. Trans is bolted onto the car. Just did a few small things as far as buttoning it up. Main goal was just to sit it inside the car. So look, pretty much got my downpipe. It's still loose because I modified the exhaust some. Well, did a couple cuts to shorten the exhaust so that way my exhaust won't scrape the ground anymore. Got the wastegate bolted on. Actually have a screamer pipe. I extended my screamer pipe now so that way most of the heat will go out the bottom of the car when that wastegate opens. But should be good to go now. So a lot of wiring stuff to do just for my relays, for my fans. I'm actually going to change these out to a different one that runs off a temperature sensor, and we're going to mount the battery in the trunk. So that might be on like the next video or so, but yeah, so we're good to go. Yeah, man, she's in. Soon be done, bro. Soon be done. Still gotta wrap the lip. Yep. So I quit, clean up this mess, and catch you on the next episode, guys.